Hey there, and welcome to Real Food Friday with Rochelle. I'm a wellness coach and a yoga instructor, and I'm all about wanting to help people with their wellness through my videos. So please help me by subscribing, ringing the bell, sharing these videos, and telling people to get on board and let's improve our wellness. So today I've decided to roast some vegetables. So I've done 2 pans. And stay to the end because I have a fun fact for you. So what I did was I lined this pan with parchment paper and then put a piece of parchment paper on top. And I actually took my veggies here. I kind of pushed them towards the center and created a bit of a mound. And I spread, this one has sweet potato, it has purple cabbage, some onion, ginger, and garlic. I actually smashed the garlic. Instead of roasting them in the bulb, I decided to take about 20 bulbs of garlic and I just smashed them on my cutting board, and then I spread them throughout. And so now what I'll do is I'll pull these garlic out and I will freeze them for another recipe. So this was one pan. I also decided that I wanted to roast cauliflower and some carrots, and I also put some turnip. It took me a second to remember that one. Turnip. I also included some onions and some garlic and ginger. And I also put, I used a little bit of the olive juice and I put some olives throughout here. I added some turmeric and some coriander and some cumin, a little bit of salt and pepper, drizzled a little bit of oil, and so this one looks quite flavorful, doesn't it? Just back to this one again, I also wanted to mention that just to change up the profile a little bit, I added some capers. And so if you're not familiar with capers, they're a little bit salty, and so I added a little bit of the caper juice on here as well as a little bit of oil. And I went with just a combination of Mrs. Dash and some salt and pepper and a little bit of oil. So now what I'm going to do with these vegetables, this is the fun part. I have a couple of clients that I'm working with who are really struggling to break up with sugar, and so especially at night they get snacking on some packaged sugary items and they're really struggling with that. So there's a tip that I give them. If they could think of a traffic light, so a red, yellow, green light, and if they see those packaged candies and chocolates as a red, then we are working towards getting them to a yellow on the traffic light. And so what I've suggested is that they take vegetables like this, make a big batch, put them into small containers. So I have these great little glass containers, put them into the fridge, and when they want to have something at night, pull out the vegetables, heat them up, and then drizzle them with a couple of different combinations. One might be a nut oil, or sorry, a nut butter. So this one happens to be almond oil, or a seed, seed spread like tahini, or they could also drizzle a little bit of honey or maple syrup, and or some toasted coconut. So the idea is just to try to get away from that packaged, and then eventually get to the point where they can start to cut out some of these sweets as well. But it just at least is helping them as a bridge to move away from that packaged sugar and allow the body to just get used to moving closer to pulling the sugar away. Some people can go right away and cut the sugar out, but that isn't the case for everyone. So that was my fun fact, to try and just think creatively, think out of the box, combine some things together, get those vegetables into your diet, because things even like olives have phytochemicals and they're so good. These are so good for your body. They've got some prebiotics and some probiotics, and it's just a much better choice than the candy and the sugar. So I hope you're having a great day. Please subscribe to my channel and share and get those notifications.